Hi everyone, my name is Ann Yost, and this presentation is called Nonverbal Communication in Friendship, an Interpersonal Analysis. I'll be sharing a real conversation I had with my close friend Sarah and how nonverbal communication helped us connect and understand each other better. I'll also apply two communication theories, expectancy violations theory and nonverbal immediacy, to explain what I observed. Nonverbal communication is powerful because it adds emotional meaning to our words. It's how we show care, empathy, or even tension without having to say a single thing. In this presentation, I'll focus on a real conversation with Sarah, where body language and tone spoke louder than words. Using ideas from interplay in two theories, expectancy violations and nonverbal immediacy, I'll explore how our nonverbal cues shaped our experience. The event I chose was a conversation I had with my friend Sarah at a coffee shop after work. I had been feeling pretty overwhelmed with school, work, and just keeping up with everything. As I opened up about how drained I felt, Sarah's nonverbal communication really stood out to me. Her eye contact, her calm tone, and even the way she leaned in as I talked. Her posture and expression showed how understanding she was before I even said anything. That conversation made me realize how much comfort can come from nonverbal communication. Expectancy violations theory, developed by Judy Bergen, explains how people react when communication doesn't go the way they expect. According to Interplay, when someone behaves unexpectedly, it can either make us feel uncomfortable or strengthen connection, depending on how positive the violation feels. In my conversation with Sarah, I expected just casual support, but her deep empathy and focus were more than I anticipated. It was a positive violation that made me feel truly cared for. Nonverbal immediacy describes how our physical and emotional closeness is communicated through nonverbal behavior. Things like facial expression, eye contact, tone, and even posture can show someone that they matter. Interplay explains that intermediacy behaviors help build emotional connection and trust. Sarah's steady eye contact and warm tone were clear examples of that. To me, it also reflects the way that Jesus shows compassion through presence. He listens with his eyes and his heart. When I first started talking, I expected a simple, I get it, or same kind of response. But Sarah leaned in, made eye contact, and spoke softly and patiently. She didn't interrupt or change the subject. That calm and intentional presence surprised me, in a good way. Expectancy violations theory helps explain why that felt so meaningful. Her nonverbal reactions went beyond what I expected and made me feel deeply understood and supported. Sarah showed empathy in ways that didn't even need words. She mirrored my posture, nodded as I spoke, and her expression stayed gentle and engaged. Her voice was calm and warm. That kind of nonverbal immediacy, being emotionally present, helped me relax and open up. It reminded me that sometimes love and understanding are communicated through stillness, not speech. This moment with Sarah reminded me of Proverbs 12:25, which says, "Anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up." Her words were kind, but honestly, her actions said even more. Her calm, patient listening was its own kind of encouragement. Nonverbal communication can speak life when it's rooted in kindness and compassion. Both theories helped me understand how this conversation was so impactful in different ways. Expectancy violations theory explained why Sarah's unexpected empathy felt so powerful. It broke my assumptions in a positive way. Nonverbal immediacy showed how connection forms through simple, caring behaviors. Together, they help me see that empathy can be shown through presence, not just words. A limitation, though, is that these theories can't always capture what's happening internally. They focus on what we see, not what's felt. In conclusion, this experience reminded me that nonverbal communication is often more powerful than speech. Simple actions like a soft tone, eye contact, or an encouraging smile can create comfort and trust in ways that words can't. Faith reminds me that we're called to speak and act with grace, like Colossians 4:6 says. When we learn to communicate with both our hearts and our eyes, we reflect God's love in the way that we communicate. These are the references I used for my presentation, including Interplay, which served as the main course text, as well as research from Bergen and Richmond and McCroskey on nonverbal communication. Thank you so much for listening.